live to you about what he's working on for tonight on ABC7 at 10 o'clock. This is so fascinating, Jason. Of course, our information right out there on the dark web. It's a scary thought. So tell us what you found during your investigation.
Yeah, Cheryl, you know, it really was shocking even for me, and I feel like I've seen everything, I have heard everything, but this really was frightening, and it is frightening for a lot of people. You know, we're talking about 4 billion passwords that are out there right now. This is according to one expert, one cybersecurity expert at cybersecurity with Phosphorus Cybersecurity, and he told me that these usernames and these dark web passwords are all over the place. And this was really interesting because I started doing this story. You know, I was working on a holiday hack and a holiday scam story, and he sat down and he showed me this hard drive and he said, Jason, I have 4 billion usernames and passwords on this hard drive right now. And I said, what? Really? Are you kidding me? Are you joking? You know, I didn't believe him, but then he showed us how it worked. We, of course, you know, didn't take anyone's information or look at anyone's personal information, but he did show us how it would work. And we ran our producer's email into that hard drive, and he did find her password. He was able to find that pretty quickly, and that is extremely scary. And he says that that's very easy to do for many people. He says it probably has about a 50% hit rate. So if you're asking all these different people on the street, if you know they give the email to him, he runs the email, then you can find their password. And this is just the beginning, just the tip of the iceberg. So much information is on the dark web that we don't even think about. Our addresses, social security numbers, birth dates, everything. And it is just the beginning. Very scary for people. And it is a reminder that we really have to watch those accounts.
When you say 50%, if you've got 10 people walking down the street, 5 of them, you will be able to hack their accounts easily. How important, Jason, we always hear over and over again to have a very strong password using symbols, letters, and numbers.
Yeah, that is the most important thing. So at 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to tell you lots of different things you can do to keep your accounts safe. But the number one thing you have to remember is to have a strong password, to have a different password. You want to make sure that you are checking all of these passwords all of the time. Now, here's the reason for that. We have all these other accounts that we don't even think about. We have different accounts with stores, we have streaming services, we have gyms, all these different accounts out there with unfortunately, many times, the same email and the same password, and the hackers know it, and they look at all of these secondary accounts, and then they will match them up with your social media accounts, or even worse, your banking accounts. And once they match those up, boom, they are in, and so you really have to monitor these passwords. Again, think of a strong password. The one thing I tell people a lot of times is to do a sentence. Think of one full sentence. Think of something you really enjoy, a full sentence, and then maybe add a couple characters to that sentence. And that is something that you can remember. But of course, more tips at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and you talked about social media, and a lot of times, Jason, people post the names of their dogs, their pets, their favorite, movies, and a lot of people can calculate it based on some of the things you put about, they post pictures in front of their homes, addresses, and things like that. So there's really a lot of layering to this that you're going to talk about tonight. We appreciate it.
That's right. It's called social engineering. It all starts with that as well. There are so many layers to this. You can talk about this for hours, actually. But be careful what you post online. That's a great tip.
Definitely. And Jason, we are very grateful for your insight, your expertise, and advice always. We will be watching at 10 o'clock over on ABC7 tonight for your full report. And tomorrow night, we will have that full report right here streaming at 7 o'clock. So Jason, thanks so much for that. We'll see you in a bit.
Thanks.
Okay, time for your weather forecast. And Greg, you better change that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 password that you have.
In the name of his dog.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's not going to hold for you.
You mean Weatherman loves